Hi everyone. In order to learn how to phrase in solo, it's a good idea to learn some initial basic phrases and licks, as they will teach you not only some interesting approaches, but also some techniques that you'll need along the way. Today we'll cover 5 basic phrases that will help you start to learn how to solo, as well as how to use slides and bending. Also, if you're new to the channel and you would like lots of free practice exercises and phrasing ideas from my previous videos, as well as today's video, click the link in the description below and you can download those for free. Everything we're going to cover today is going to be in the E minor pentatonic scale. I chose the minor pentatonic scale because it tends to be the one that most people learn first. So it's going to be off of the 12th fret, that is E, and it plays and sounds like this. So all of these phrases and or licks are going to be directly out of that scale. Let's look at the first one. It sounds like this. Now everybody has probably heard this phrase before, but it does have some technique in there that we need to talk about first before we play it, and that is the bend. The bend occurs on the 14th fret of the 3rd string, and I'm playing it with my 3 finger here. And what I would recommend is you put your 2 finger on the same string behind it here. So we're going to put my 2 finger on the 13th fret. The reason you do that is because with bending, you want as much control as possible so that you can bend the note exactly to the point where you want it. So it's good to put 2 fingers down in order to help push it up there. So I'm going to bend the note a whole step. A whole step on the guitar is 2 frets, so that would be from this A up to this B. So this is my target tone. That's what I want to hear when I bend this A. And you can check it by sliding up to the other one. And you can see I'm using both fingers to push that note up a whole step. And I'm just going to tell you flat out, you're going to mess up these bends a lot. You're going to bend it flat, you're going to bend it sharp. There's all kinds of problems that people have with bending, and I have with bending to this day. It takes a lot of practice, and it's always good to practice over music so you can kind of check yourself, make sure you're not bending it out of key. But it's better to get started sooner with bending than later. Okay, so after we bend that note a whole step up, I'm barring, meaning I'm going across the 2nd and the 1st string together with my index finger and playing the 12th fret, followed by the 12th fret on the 1st string. So the whole thing sounds like this. And I leave my index finger down. Let me slow it down. Now, the right hand, I find that I end up going downstroke, downstroke, and then upstroke. I don't know why, actually. I don't know the logic behind that, but I find a lot of players do that with this particular pattern. So that's obviously a very bluesy or rock blues sort of phrase, and that's what the minor pentatonic lends itself towards. It's really good for that sort of phrasing. So this second one involves a couple of techniques, one of which we just covered, the bend. And then you go up to the 12th fret of the B string, play that, and when you go up to the 15th fret of the same string, we're going to pick that note and do a pull-off. Okay, so a pull-off is basically where I'm using my finger to pluck the string on the way down, like that. Instead of me actually picking both notes, the finger pulls the string away, or pulls the note away, and plucks that one. It creates a much smoother sound. Now, as you have it written on your page in front of you, I think I played it 4 times. And then I ended with a bend up to the E note, which is this note. Now you can do whatever is comfortable for you. If you're comfortable using your 3 finger for the bend, and then the pull off too, you can play it that way. Or you can use your pinky for the pull-off. You could, instead of picking this high note and pulling it away, once you get going a little quicker, you might just want to hammer on that note and pull it away. A hammer-on sounds like this. So in this lick, it would be this. Again, the hammer-ons and pull-offs, it makes everything sound a little more liquidy, a little more fluid. Okay, the third one here that we're looking at involves a pull-off, but we start with it. And you don't have to do the bend this time. So it's kind of the opposite, but we've taken the bend out of the third string. So we begin on 15 of the B string, and we pick it and then pull it away to 12, and go down to 14 on the third string, and then back up to 12 on the second. So the whole thing together. Now, if you want to use your pinky or your ring finger again for the pull-off, that's up to you. I think I'm more comfortable using the pinky. So this next one is a great way to go from point A to point B inside of a pentatonic scale and make it somewhat interesting. So instead of me just going down like this, you put a little pattern in it. So I'm going to start on the 15th fret of the first string and pick it, pull it away to the 12th. Then go down to 15 on the second string, back up to 12 on the first, back down to 15 on the second, and 12 on the second. So the whole thing together. Now you could do this at any point inside of your pentatonic scale. If I want to do it between the second and third string, or third and fourth, or maybe connect even more of them. I'll start up here and just connect a bunch of them. That's the first one, the second one, the third one. So all together. So using a pattern like this, you're able to descend in a little bit more interesting way. The last one we'll look at here is short and sweet, but it has a couple of things in here that we have to talk about in order to make it sound right. Here's what it sounds like. So the couple of things we need to discuss here is we've got a slide. I'm sliding into the minor pentatonic scale from the 11th fret of the second string. So I go 11 up to 12. And when you do a slide like that, you just want to keep enough pressure to keep a tone going, but not so much pressure that you can't go over the fret. So it's a light pressure I'm applying. And then I bar these two notes up here, 15 and 15, down to 12 on the first string, and then I do my bend on the 15th fret of the second string, and I'm bending to the E which I just played. And then I play the E on the first string again. We play it all very slowly. So the cool thing about this is when I do that bend, I hit the E right after it, and it gives it a little bit of tension. The other thing I'm doing here is swinging. I'm not playing it straight. I'm swinging. And that's a really cool addition to a phrase like that. And you can do that throughout your pentatonic. Give it some swing and make it your own, but that gives it a lot of personality. So there's 5 phrases right there that you can begin to add to your pentatonic arsenal. You need some phrasing ideas to just get going. So you can start to use those and add and subtract notes, make them your own. But as I said, if you want the tab for that, click in the description down below and you can get those for free. I hope you enjoyed today's content, and if you did, please make sure to hit that like button. It really does help my channel, and subscribe if you will. And if you're buying guitar strings or picks or guitars or amps or anything musical, make sure to shop through my Sweetwater affiliate links down below. It won't cost you anything extra, but it does help support my channel in a small way. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.